Welcome to Practice Strokes, where I give you information on one-stroke painting, how to learn the technique, and how to have homework to practice so you get better and better. I have my double loader, and that's just going to help you load better. I have floating medium, which is the fluff that's inside paint with no pigment so that we don't use water. I put that in the middle of my palette. And it has a lid on it too, so you can close it and your paint doesn't dry out. And I'll show you that sometime. We also have multi-surface paint, which has a sealer inside of it, so it's wonderful. So it's magenta, daffodil yellow, and wicker white. And we're using my value pack brushes. I use a lot of flat brushes. This flat brush is a 3/4. This is a wonderful pack, which is called a value pack, and it's on onestroke.com. And I'll show you here on the video. Now, these are all of these beautiful flat brushes. We have 6 of those. We have 2 scruffies that I use a lot for pouncing, and we have 2 liners. There's a 1 liner and a 2 liner. All right. So this is usually about $16. So this is a good value, and that's why it's called a value pack. All right. So let's get started, and we're going to work on this great pad, and you can just get any art pad. This is the cool art pads I like. This is a cream drawing pad instead of pure white. So you can see a little bit of difference. And I use black a lot. You've seen me do that, I think, if you watch me at all. All right, so I'm going to work with you first on loading this brush. Now we're going to wet the brush, and we're going to lay it here on the paper towel and take out the excess water. I don't need it totally dry. All right, especially when they're brand new, they have stiffening in them, so you got to clean that out. And I'm going to talk to you like you know nothing. So if you already are painting with one stroke is different than painting with other acrylic paints. These are all acrylics, and they're fun, easy to wash up, and I think you'll enjoy step by step as we're learning these strokes together. Now, if you watched last week's, we did a pansy using shell strokes. So we're going to do a cabbage rose, simple cabbage rose using the 3/4 flat so you can see your strokes better instead of a little brush. Little brushes give you heavy ridges. This one will make it look thinner, lighter, and easier to stroke. All right, so I'm going to pick up 1/4 white, 3/4 magenta. And then I go over here, and I'm going to go fast. Let me go right here. I'm going to go hard pressure, back and forth, really quick to work it into the brush. Then I can come back here again, do it again, and maybe a 3rd time, because your goal is to get it at least 2/3 up. Now, I don't really care if you get paint on the ferrule, but you really want it mostly down here. All right, so now we've got it inside the bristles. Are you with me? Inside the bristles. Now I can pick up the paint one more time. See, I'm splitting the brush. I'm not splitting the brush. Now I just want the surface of the bristles to have the blend. Then I can dip into yellow so that it shows up better. And now when I'm painting, I'm going to show you how often I come over here. We use medium. If we use medium, it's because we feel like it's a dry brush. All right. So now what's going to happen as we do these strokes? These are the same strokes as I did with a pansy, where I'm coming here to there. All right. So I go 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. That's to blend it. I start moving like I'm scrubbing. Like I'm scrubbing a spot off the floor with a scrub brush. I have 7 children, so I might have done that often. Okay, so I'm going to start here to here. 1, 2, 3, scrub. Now this is how I make my leaves. This is how I make, so we're going to continue to pick up. I want you to see sometimes you can pick up right here. And sometimes you have to just dip white and yellow if you still have magenta, but you might need all three. Okay, now this is 1, 2, 3 when you pick up fresh paint. And you get a complete scallop, and you stop here. You don't pull down like that. You don't want to do that. Okay, now I want to show you that it's starting to get pasty on me. So this is when I would dip straight in the medium just a little bit. Anytime you feel like you need water. So I've got another little trick to share with you on this. And then mix that in there really good. All right, so if I'm painting and I'm doing the stroke with you, the stroke I showed you, and just the light edge is dry. It's sputtering, it's not doing what I want it to do, then I could just dip just that corner. Even though it looks like there's lots of paint, it still might be dry on just that corner. All right. Now, that's a good hint for you. I want to now show you that this is some mistakes people make. 1, 2, 3. And then they get that nervous shake and they move really slow. Okay. And that looks like a nervous shake. We don't want that. So I want to show you what's going to happen when you can see these other ones are right. This one is not what we want, but I get started and this is what we want. But if you move slow, it's still going to look like a nervous shake. All right. So I'm going to show you that I keep coming over here. So now watch. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to get some white. Okay, now what happens here is I go 1, 2, 3, and I start doing that movement. Now I'm just going to pull a little faster. All right, so this is it. Shake, 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 shake. Or this, where I moved a little smoother, quicker. Okay, so let me build this rose with you. All right, so I'm going to come right here, dip some yellow. This would look more like a peace rose. All right, so you can take this corner and get the shape so you don't have to think about the shape. Okay, so it's about the center of the palm of my hand. All right, I'm going to show you how often I get into the paint. Now I'm going to come 1, 2, 3. I got too much paint on there. 1, 2, 3. See how smooth that looks? Now that's not a good scallop. There. See how I have the whole scallop shape? So I'm going to come here and pick up more paint. I'm going to cross over the corner. I got more paint. Okay, I'm going to do that till I have the same color. Okay, so I want scallop, scallop. That one's still not great. So look, the beauty about one-stroke painting is I can go right back over it. And see how I cross right here? Okay, I'm picking up the paint again. Let's get all 3 colors. All right, so I'm going to cross the corner again. All right, so I dip, 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 work it in. So I want to try to have the same color. So one way that makes it easier is I can go 1, 2, 3 and see if that color looks the same on the outside edge. And I overlap that corner and I still have all my scallops. Now I'm making this bigger than I should. So I'm not going to be able to do it in just 5 strokes. Looks like I have to have 6 strokes here. It's okay though, whatever size. All right, so that's a little bit bigger than I probably wanted to do. I usually do about 5 strokes, but it depends on what size. Now it's better for me to come here and then dip the yellow. Okay, a little bit more white. So see, it's all nice and clean, lots of paint. I don't want it on the ferrule though. All right, so now I'm gonna put, if you practice with me the rosebuds already, we put 2 lines and we're below the outside of the rose. This is your practice this week, is trying to layer petals. So remember, we went up and over. This is what you learn in the rosebud class. Then you make a U. Okay? Now, I want you to watch me again. I keep coming over here and picking up paint. Now, see this line here and this line there? Those are very important. You want to come way up here. Okay, and then I'm half sprung. Remember, half sprung. And I come around. And I need your eyes to look at each stroke. So what's happening here is this stroke, your eyes are looking at the U. This stroke, your eyes are looking to see if you have a scallop. Now, one thing I do to make this easier is there's only one stroke that's usually hard for you to do. If you're left-handed, the right stroke's hard. I'm right-handed, so this stroke, not hard, but everybody says, I have a hard time with that stroke. And so this one is right there. I just want you to know everybody has a stroke that's difficult for them to do. So mine's over here. I'm going to clean that up. You see that? Mine's over here. Yours might be over here. All right, so if you're left-handed, all left-handed people adapt to the right-handed world in their own way. So move it around so it's easier for you to do. Now, usually I can do 1 or 1.5 and be done here, but because we have 6 petals, if you're lefty, you want to make all the rest go this way. But if you're righty, you want all of them to head this way. So that means you only do 1 that's more difficult. Okay, so now I am not making this rose straight on, so I'm not doing petals all the way around. I am tilting the flower so that you can see. I'm going to come right here and clean it up because I can't see that back petal too well. But so that's the beauty of one stroke. Remember, you can re-stroke over it and clean it up. All right, so what I want you to be looking at, my fingernail hit there. I want you to be looking at all the edges, because when we're all done, the dark color in the middle gives you the depth. So you don't want to put all yellow inside and dark on the outside edge, because then you don't get that depth. But this rose is tilted because you're looking at it and you don't see this second row behind it. That's how I make my roses, all right? So now the last 3 strokes are back here, way up here again. You lean the light color out and you come across. Now come over here, you lean the light color out and you come across underneath there. And you're going to come right here, lean that out. You can even lean it again because I have a big space there. All right. And you can just leave it with 3. And look at this. I can go right back over that again. Or I can pick up a little bit and come across here. All right. So now, out of all these strokes, the difficult stroke for people to do is this one, where I touch, I just lean the light color and lift up the pink and slide over. All right, let's get it closer. This is the tricky one. So you can get your angle brush and do that, but we're not going to do that yet. See how I'm just bringing the light color? So right here, lean and lift the pink and just bring that over. So practice, practice, practice. This is what I want. We'll work on different colors in the future, but right now it's more of a peace rose. It's really kind of a vintage color. That's magenta, yellow, and white. All right, thank you so much. Practice. I want to see practice sheets. Go to Donna Dewberry's official one-stroke group and join us for all kinds of specials and deals, and share your work. And it's a monitored group, and it's great to be there, and wonderful artists that are beginners and teachers, and they like to share. So go check it out. And our mediums come in 2 sizes, 2 ounce and 8 ounce. So check my website, onestroke.com. So please subscribe, please share with your friends so that we can build our education right here on YouTube. Thank you.